Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of The Fad Show. On tonight's episode, I'm going to be doing an exhaust leak test on my 100 Series Toyota Landcruiser. I'm going to be doing a smoke leak test. I'll show you my setup that I have in a minute. It is definitely a super cheap, easy DIY. So my truck has been ticking when the engine is cold, particularly under load, which leads me to believe that it's an exhaust leak. If it's only happening under load, if it was like a rod bearing or something in the valve train, like a lifter or something, it would most likely be doing it at idle. But the only time I really notice it is if I'm accelerating next to a wall or another vehicle, then I can kind of hear it echoing. These Toyota 4.7s are known for having the exhaust manifolds crack, and once they heat up, they tend to self-seal themselves. So that's kind of where I'm expecting to find the leak. Maybe I'll get lucky and it will be on the drive or along the exhaust piping somewhere, and it might just be a gasket that needs replaced. But anyways, with that, I'll show you my setup and we'll get right to work. All right, so here's the setup I'm going to be using. I have a spare car battery that I just had laying around my garage. If you don't have a battery, you can just use a set of jumper cables to extend the leads to the front of the vehicle and hook up to your vehicle's battery. But I just bought this simple little paint can off of eBay. I think it was like $10 or $20. It has a heating element inside of it, and a heating element, and then like some kind of, I don't know, almost like wool or something material that kind of acts as a wick. But anyways, and baby oil. So this is going to produce smoke. I don't have a air compressor in my garage. So I'm just using a tire inflator that I just bought some like 1/4 inch NPT connections, and I just made it go from a Schrader valve into a normal like air quick disconnect, and then into the pressure reducer, which comes with the smoke test kit. So it's really that simple. And then you're gonna want to connect it to your exhaust. So for mine, I just have a glove that I cut the finger out of, and I duct taped it to that glove finger. And then I'm not sure if you can really see, but I just have it duct taped to the exhaust. On this Toyota Landcruiser, it's a little bit challenging because the trailer hitch cut out for the exhaust makes it kind of difficult to get the glove on there, but I think it's going to work. So with that, I'm going to turn this on. It will take a few minutes before it heats up enough to start producing smoke. And I just put it on an old brake rotor dust cover because it does get hot, and my step stool is plastic. So I'll turn that on, and I'll turn the compressor on. And now we'll just wait a few minutes and it should start producing smoke. All right, so it's been running for a few minutes. I loosened the connection just to make sure it was producing smoke, which it is. And so now we just get to look around at all of our exhaust connections. So far, I don't actually see anything. Actually, just kidding. You can see it from the exhaust manifold now. Yep. See, I'm not sure if this is showing up well on camera, but you can see it coming out of the exhaust manifold here on the left side. And you can see the smoke rising up. So that was where I expected to see it. Yeah. Let's see if it's coming from the right side also. I actually don't see any right now from the driver's side. All right. So 100% confirmed. It looks like my passenger side exhaust manifold definitely has a leak. And I just want to check everything else over. It's like the muffler is leaking too. It's hard to tell where exactly it's coming from, but it does look like somewhere here on the muffler is leaking as well. Here you can see the exhaust manifold from down below, and it's definitely coming out. But surprisingly, the driver's side appears to be good. So there it is, guys. It's just that easy to find an exhaust leak with just using some cheap at-home parts and some eBay ingenuity. I've seen people actually make those paint cans on their own, but once I saw how cheap they were on eBay, it wasn't really worth my time, in my opinion, to do it. But overall, definitely a super easy DIY. I guess I'm a little bit happy that I found out what my problem is, or I guess I'm happy that it's not major engine damage, but unfortunately the exhaust manifolds are pretty expensive and a pain to do on these. I say a pain, it's probably a lot easier than most cars, but I guess on the driver's side you just have to like remove the steering shaft and jack up the engine a little bit to be able to get the manifold out. But that is a project for another day. I don't think it's really going to hurt anything. I guess if you idled for a very long time without moving, it might be bad just for like carbon monoxide coming into the cabin, but like I said, once it heats up, it kind of just seals off. So it's one of those things that I'll address further down the road when I'm bored and looking for a project, but not something I think needs done right away. Hope you guys found this video informative. And as always, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for next time. Thank you guys. Bye.